Absolutely. Okay. Yep.
Hi there everyone, this is Carlo for Progressive Shift. Very excited today because I'm sitting here with Mauler from Hot 89.9, and I know a lot of you have actually asked me, you want to find a little bit more about the broadcasting world, the television world, the entertainment world. Well, what better person to sit down and talk to a little bit than someone that's in it each and every single day pretty
Absolutely.
much. How did you get involved in doing what you do today? Where did it all start?
Well, for me, I mean, it's different with every DJ, but for me, it started when I was probably about 4 or 5 years old. I'd walk around the house with a wooden spoon interviewing furniture, and I always had a microphone in my hand. So I either wanted to be a game show host, which in Canada, there aren't any, or in radio. And I was just always fascinated by listening to people on the radio. And I think what drew me in is the mystery of it, because with TV you can see everything. Like right now, everybody can see us, what we look like. There's nothing sort of to imagine. Whereas with radio, you can paint pictures, you can tell stories, and that's what always drew me into the station, was hearing, you know, people call in and wondering what they were like, and you know, what they were doing. Were they in their pajamas talking to somebody on the phone, or were they going to work, and just the lifestyle and everything else. It created this mystery that I always was drawn into. So since I was a kid, I always wanted to do it. When I was in high school, I did the end of day announcements over the PA system, just anything like that. So I knew I had to be in the broadcast industry at some point, and I just thought there was some sort of magic to it.
Very natural, and it's always been there in your blood. And you know,
well, I hope so. You think you're entertaining people, but you never really know, right? Like you sit in a room with a couple people, and we all make each other laugh, and we find each other entertaining. But then you leave and you go, was the last 4 hours entertaining for everybody else? I hope so.
Exactly,
and you hope that you're doing your job properly.
Well, obviously from the following that you guys have on the Twitter and the Facebook and all these other places, it is clear that obviously the following is there, and you guys are doing a phenomenal job, and the station is growing more and more and more.
Every day, and it shocks me how much the station continues to grow. Just when we think we plateau and reach as many as we can, every time the ratings come out, we get bigger and bigger, and it just shocks me. And I'm so
I wonder what an average day for someone like you looks like, because you look pretty fresh here, but I know that
I don't. You're very kind, Carlo. Well, I do not. Yeah. You're wearing the new shirt. I'm dressed like a hobo.
Now that that's clear, they look like. When do you go to bed? When do you get up? I mean, how does that
Easily,
work?
it's the most asked question we get all the time,
Oh, yeah.
and so you're not alone. I personally get up at 3 a.m. and I start my day by reading the websites, preparing for the show, that sort of thing. I usually leave the house about 5, get here about 5:15. We start the show at 5:30. We go till 9, then I host the Hot 9 at 9 from 9 to about 9:30. And then after, there's a lot of meetings, office stuff, the unglamorous side of things. And then I'll try and go home, have a little bit of a nap if I can. But I've got 2 kids. I'm a single dad with 2 kids. So I got to pay attention to them. I do some work during the day. And then usually at night, because people say when you get up at 3, you must go to bed at like 6 o'clock. I usually go to bed around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
I usually get about 4 hours sleep.
Love what you do, and you enjoy that, and somehow, and with all this stuff that's coming your way, I know you still remain humble, and that's such an important aspect.
Do you love what you do?
I love what I do.
And that's what I find talking to so many people, they don't do what they love to do, and I can't understand. I couldn't imagine waking up every morning and doing something I didn't love to do. And those people need to change careers and find out what they need to do, because I wake up every morning excited about my job, and I think you do too.
Oh, absolutely.
I get that energy from you.
Absolutely.
So anybody watching, do what you want to do and go for it.
Sometimes causes you to become who you are. And if you want to change who you are, you have to change what you do. Yeah.
There you go.
Once you come on
At
out
the movie.
There you go. Go ask Jude Law. He knows best.
You realize you're the only person on the planet that saw that movie.
Exactly. Yeah, that's fine. And I can't believe I'm actually quoting Jude Law.
I don't even think Jude Law's parents saw that movie, by the way. Yeah.
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
What gets you pumped up and ready for a show? I mean, do you always get you going? Oh, I'm just gonna. Or what?
No.
What gets you pumped up?
Because if you guys actually saw what it's like there in the studio in the morning, it's very quiet, and I'll walk in. Jenny's usually here ahead of time working on her hot flashes, her news, and I'll walk in.
Working on her hot flashes.
Yeah, she is. And then I'll say good morning. She'll say good morning, and then Rush will come in a few minutes later and say good morning. We'll say good morning, and then we don't talk until we actually turn on the microphone at 5:30. We're just very quiet with each other.
Wow.
And as the leader of the show, I'm what they call in the industry the quarterback, and so I sort of oversee the show, and so they don't know what we're going to talk about until we go on the air, and that's what I love about our show. We're very spontaneous that way. that I want to get their real reactions about what we're talking. You know, maybe 7 or 8 times out of 10, it's really good. Sometimes it really sucks. And sometimes we talk too long, and sometimes we just like to hear ourselves talk, and sometimes it's just not funny. And that happens with anybody's job. Sometimes you have good days, and sometimes you have bad days.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going to work and what's not. By 9 o'clock, we are physically exhausted because you're putting your all into everything you say, because you really have to amplify what you're talking
It's
about.
great when you're driving and someone is laughing on the radio. It makes you want to laugh. Yeah?
Absolutely.
So you understand that aspect.
And what's good is it's genuine laughs. Like if you listen to the show, Jenny actually laughs like that.
That is
Like,
the most intense laugh.
it drives Rush and I nuts. We want to shoot ourselves. It's unbelievable. No, Jenny, I'm just kidding. But she's lively, and just all the energy that we build off of each other. It's just it's fantastic.
No, absolutely, and that's why I'm so happy that I got the chance to sit down here with you, because I'd like to share your energy and your experiences with so many of the viewers and audience out there. And I think once again, it is great to just hear that, just like most of us, you have taken that step and you have kind of committed yourself to something that you really love.
Absolutely.
And here you are, loving what you do. And you know, whether you like it or not, or whether you will necessarily confess to it, as you change a lot of people's lives, you make a big impact on people's lives when they drive in the morning. I mean, a smile, a laugh, a great song. What advice would you give to any young, aspiring actor, entertainer, broadcaster, television host? That's a big question.
No,
yes,
but it's not. And I would give this to anybody, whether you're going to be a butcher or a mailman or a flight attendant, whatever it is. If that's what you want to do, then you just, I mean, I'm not giving anything earth-shattering here, but you just have to be committed to it. And there's going to be a rough go at first, and you got to pay your dues, and everything at the beginning is kind of crappy. Like usually the money, the respect level, everything's kind of low no matter where you start. But if that's what you want to do, you will get above that, and you'll keep rising, and you'll be where you want to be. It could take 6 months, it could take a year, it could take 5 years, it could take 10 years. But if you have that commitment, and that's what you want to do, then go for it.
Check out the music that's there. They got some phenomenal DJs as well. There's some pictures and videos being posted all the time. They have the Canadian Hit 30 to check out, and of course you can check up on the local celebrity gossip, which is always happening as well.
He's really good at his job, because he has no notes and he knows all this off the top of his head. Very good.
That's all written right underneath his camera, so it's great.
See, a lot of people, I have a cue card guy over here. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much, Mauler.
Thank you, very good.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.